Okay, we're live.
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hi guys, no one's here yet, but if you guys start joining, we're gonna have some really amazing news to share with you guys. Oh, one person's here.
Hi,
Hi,
person.
you're the first one here. So we do have some pretty big news that we want to share with you guys, but we're just gonna wait for a little bit more people to join. Will Gamer, yo, what's up? Lemon Duck,
Yo.
Axel Cruz, John Frank. Dang, we got some big fans here.
John Frank, how you been?
Yeah, so I was just saying before everyone joined that we have some really big news that we want to share with you guys, and we had to go live and tell you right away because, when we make videos, it sometimes takes a month or two before we actually publish that. But we want you guys to know right away.
Hi, everyone. Hi, 818 Garcia Fishing, Flight
Hi.
School 44, Laurent, Mazda, Salty Panda. Hey.
What's up, everyone? So yes, like we said, we have a big news to announce to everyone. But before we do that, we're going to wait for a little bit more people to join us so everyone can hear the news. In other news, my birthday was a couple of days ago.
Yes, happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much. So many people reached out to me on Instagram and said thank you and said happy birthday to me. And I just want to say thank you guys for, showing some love. I really appreciate it. I felt very loved on my birthday. Lots of people DMing us.
What did you do?
We went to Texas. I filmed nothing. I just went fishing for fun. And that is just such a fun thing to do lately because we just been grinding and just getting content. And that's also really fun. But when you're not filming, it's even more fun. So I had a great time with my family. I took my mom, my dad, and my wife to Galveston, and we did some night fishing, and we fished for 2 nights. I met with my friend Tim. We did some fishing there. But also, if you are a part of my text message group and my email group, you already know this, but we had a massive sale on our website. It was like 10% off the entire website.
Everything, yep.
That means you can get one of our rods for like $25 off, which is amazing. Like, it's a great deal. These are our new 7'6" rods here. We also have the 9'2" in stock still. We're running low, but we're doing 10% off. I'm still keeping it running. I want to let you guys know right now that we're still running that deal. All the information is in the description below. You get 10% off, but basically all you do is you add it to your cart, and then at checkout, you type in the code birthday, and you'll get 10% off your entire cart. Basically, if you want to order multiple rods, you get multiple discounts on everything.
Yep.
And if you don't want to buy anything, totally understand. I'm giving away free stuff too. I have all these rigs right here. I'm giving away a box full of rigs. So if you want to take one, go to our website. They should be $0. So all you got to do is just go on the website and buy one. Pay shipping and handling, which is not bad. But yeah, we're giving away free rigs, and we're giving away 10% off on your entire freaking order. That is massive. Yeah, I'm seeing people in the comments who have both of my rods, the 7-foot one and the 9-foot. I've been loving it. Like, we went to California recently, and I brought the 7'6" rod. I brought my 9'2" rod, and I have a new rod, which is an 11-foot rod, but it has not been released yet. It's in production right now. It should be ready by Christmas time. So hopefully by Christmas, you get a new shiny new rod for Christmas.
A gift to yourself. You've been working really hard on making these rods, and I think you're doing a great job. I'm just going to say that. I know that you've been working really hard on them.
Yeah, I've been going through a lot of iterations to making the rod perfect. But there gets to a point where it can't be absolutely perfect. I just have to release the rod. So version 1 of the 11-foot rod is coming out not too long from now. And I'm really excited for you guys to try it. You guys love the 7'6" rod. That thing was, I've been using that all over the place.
Let's read some comments.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that people are here.
It's nice to be back talking with you guys again. Okay, let's see. Greetings from Puerto Rico. I don't fix my reel when it gets jammed.
That's a good question. You just had to do that, didn't you?
I just had to fix it.
In California.
While I was on the road, I had to fix my reel.
Did you go to South Texas? Asks Justin McPeak.
South Texas. I think we went to like the Galveston area.
That's not that south.
That's not that south. That's like kind of like mid coast or early coast. Benji coming to visit you guys next. Yeah, I think he is going to be coming here.
Fish Hunter, Alabama. Hello, Skipper. Been here since Sanko. Oh,
wow. We have some big fans here.
Thank you guys for being here. We love you. We missed you. What have we been doing? What's our big news, Brendan? Are you ready to reveal?
So, as you guys know, if you guys don't know, we went to California, I think it was last month. And you want to explain what happened?
No, you go ahead. No, go ahead.
So we were in California filming content. I met up with a guy named Benji Kim, fantastic fisherman. Had a blast fishing with him. I caught so many different. Oh, Benji's here.
Benji.
Hey, what's up, Benji? He's driving. So
be
awesome.
Careful.
Yeah, be careful when you're driving,
We were
Benji.
just talking about you. That's crazy.
Yeah, we just got back from California not too long ago. But the thing is, when we were in California, we were catching so many fish, and I was having so much fun that we were like, you know what, we don't want to go home.
Yeah.
The fishing is so good right now during this time of year. Which, by the way, if you're not fishing right now, get out there and do some fishing.
Please.
This is like low key the best time to possibly fish.
High key.
High key.
High key, the best time to fish. Okay.
I think a lot of people think that summertime is like a great time to fish because they have time off, but it's kind of slow in the summer because it's so hot. Actually, right now is the absolute best time to go fishing because the water is cooling off and these fish are hungry and they're trying to feed up and fatten up for the winter time. So right now is a great time to go fishing. And that's why we decided we're not going to fly home from California. We canceled our flight home from California and decided, let's just drive.
Yep.
We'll rent another car. We rented a car and we were driving from California all the way back to Florida. And on the way, we're going to be filming
A lot of stuff.
fishing in every single state that we stop at and just catch. My goal was to just catch a fish in every state that we stopped at.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of brings us to our announcement of we did an entire cross-country tour and we're planning to do a world tour, not just in America, but all over the world. So we did a fishing trip from California, fished all the way to Florida. We stopped in a lot of different states and did fishing. And then we just booked our trip. Now we're going to Costa Rica in a few weeks, and we're doing a whole season in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to Louisiana to do a season there. And then we're going to the Philippines. And that's our major announcement, is that we are going around the world to just try and capture fish and trying to capture really fun times and share with you guys what the fishing is like around the world. And I want to ask you guys, where do you want to see us go? Because right now on our list, we've got Louisiana, Costa Rica. We're island hopping around the Philippines because so many people have been asking us about the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
We're thinking about Australia since that's so close to the Philippines.
I've been seeing a couple people in this chat say, please, South Africa.
South Africa.
I would love to do South Africa. I feel like that would be amazing. Bro, come to India, says Blue Moon. India. We have some friends in India.
Oh, yeah, we do. We have a friend, Mathiraj. If you guys remember our Japanese, our trip to Japan, we were fishing with this guy. He's from India, one of our subscribers. He met us in Japan, and we did a ton of fishing together. Real great guy. He's invited us to come to India as well. But I want to hear what you guys think. Where do you think we should go and fish? Where do you want to see us in the world? We're just so excited and grateful for this opportunity to be able to travel wherever we want and broadcast and publish things to entertain you guys.
Tony Camacho says Guam. I definitely
Guam.
Guam.
Okay, we got to write some of these
Salty
down.
Panda says Hawaii and Bermuda. I think Hawaii.
Didn't Salty Panda, didn't he win a Swell Pro drone from us before?
Did. That's why he sounds so familiar.
I think so. So there's a lot of people here who probably have already won some of our giveaways. Every time we go live, we give away free things. So if you guys are just tuning in, I'm giving away free rigs. I've got a whole box of them here. They're all free. I want to give it to you for free. These are our premium rigs too. These are really nice hand-painted floats, hand-tied rigs. And I'm giving away absolutely for free. Just visit my website.
And pay shipping.
Oh yeah,
is
just
the only
shipping.
thing,
Yeah,
so it's not absolute.
Yeah,
but
the
small,
product is for free.
The product is $0 on the website right now, right?
Yes, it's just $0 on our website right now. We're also giving 10% off anything you want on our website. So if you wanted to buy 2 rods, you get 10% off each rod, which is insane. This is we don't really do this deal ever.
Yeah.
Especially since we're selling them so fast. But I want to just give back because it was my birthday recently, a couple days ago, and I was like, Aaron, I want to just give stuff away for my birthday. I want everyone to be happy and celebrate my birthday with me. And what better way to do that than to do a big just giveaway and a big sale. So if you guys want, visit my website. I've got a 10% off code. It's happy birthday at the checkout. You just type that in, you get 10% off everything, which is a massive, massive deal right here. Yeah. So
Wings and Hook says, checking in from San Antonio, Texas, smoking some ribs while I watch live. I love that.
We actually, San Antonio is one of the places that we stopped. You want to tell them a little bit more about
yeah, so
Eddie from Jack's? Is that our friend Eddie? We have a friend named Eddie. One of my close guy friends. His name is Eddie as well. Might be in the same spelling too.
And
Might
I've seen some really good suggestions in here, like Panama from Husky SB.
Okay,
I really want to do that.
Guam. I want to do Guam.
I want to do Guam. I want to do Alaska. Kane Sutton recommends Alaska. That's been on our list.
South Africa.
Forever, yes. So what we just did was a little bit crazy, and we're just kind of returning from this big road trip where we were in California. We were fishing for a full week. We spent another week in California just hanging out with your family. We got married, right? Which we've already been married, but we never celebrated with Brendan's California side of the family. So we kind of had another little ceremony and did a wedding with them. That was great. And then we fished in California for a full week, hanging out with Benji. We went out here fishing.
Out here fishing, yeah, that was awesome.
So we have some really cool California content coming out. But then we were like done fishing, and we were like, man, like this has been so much fun. Like I don't want to go home. So we literally like sat down at like this little like cider bar in San Diego, and we were like, should we cancel our flight? Is this feasible? Is this crazy?
You know what? We don't have a dog. We don't have kids. We have nothing at home that we actually need to get home for right now.
Yeah.
So where do we go first? We went to Joshua Tree, not for fishing, just to explore Joshua Tree. Something about this trip is that I got to really see a lot of America and experience what, America is. And it's just so beautiful and so amazing to have the opportunity to just see all these different places.
Yeah.
Joshua Tree being one of my favorite places to go and visit. Just beautiful landscape. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
before.
So our original plan was we were going to take 5 to 7 days to drive from California to Florida, which is like almost 3,000 miles. It's like 2,500 miles or something. So that was already kind of crazy. And then I asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, I really want to see some of these national parks, like as we go, right? And I don't think we were even thinking about fishing at that point. We were like, let's just go on an adventure.
Uh-huh.
And so Chat gave me like a bunch of different national parks that have been on my bucket list forever. And so we went to the Grand Canyon. And then as soon as we got to the Grand Canyon, we're like looking at the beautiful Grand Canyon. I wanted to see the Grand Canyon forever. And then this man, you know him, he was like, the Grand Canyon's great. Where can I find the water in the Grand Canyon? Like,
turns out the Grand Canyon, the Colorado River runs through the Grand Canyon. And if you drive to the bottom of the Grand Canyon, there's a tackle shop there, a fly shop that rents waders. So we rented a couple of waders, a couple pairs of waders, went down there. I had all of my gear. That's the best part about the trip. I already had all my travel rods and everything with me. I took all my travel rods with me, and I was set to go fishing anywhere.
Yeah.
I had all of my gear with me.
True.
So I brought the gear, and I was able to use our Hey Skipper gear across America, and it worked so well.
It was.
First stop,
very good.
At the bottom of the Grand Canyon, I caught a nice rainbow trout using the 7'6" rod and just like a little fly like this big, an inline spinner. Caught it within the first 5 minutes of getting there, and I was like, holy crap, this is the most beautiful place I've ever fished.
Summer.
Summer, what's up?
Hi.
That's our friend Summer. Everyone give Summer Fox a shout out.
We love you, Summer.
Uh,
Anyway, we went to the Grand Canyon. This man was like, let's not hike. Let's go on an adventure to find a fish in the Grand Canyon. So we did that, which was incredible. I need to go back and do more of that. That was
we didn't
like,
spend enough time down there.
I know.
And when we were there, we saw like a UFO fly across the sky and a bunch of like asteroids and stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually a UFO. It was a space
SpaceX
launch. But it was
I
pretty
literally
cool.
thought that I was seeing aliens. And then after the Grand Canyon, we were like, whoa, fishing was really fun. Maybe we should fish in more of these like places that we're stopping by, right?
Yeah.
So we went to New Mexico next, and in New Mexico, that was insane. I feel like we were driving through the desert for like 3-4 days.
We were driving in places where there's 100 miles of nothingness this way and 100 miles of nothingness this way.
Yeah.
So if anything happened to us, oof.
There was no cell service. There were no gas stations, like no buildings. Like I feel like I've never experienced that level of nothingness. Do you know what I mean? Like I was not prepared for that.
I was actually a little bit worried that we were going to run out of gas, but I didn't want to worry you in the car. So I was like, no, we're fine.
Yeah,
we're
you were
fine.
very cool about that.
And then we finally found a gas station and it was $9 a gallon for gas. And we had to fill up the tank because we were like, I don't want to get stranded here.
I would rather pay $9 for gas than be broken down on the side of the desert road.
And thank God we didn't watch the movie The Hills Have Eyes until after we got through there. Because if you guys haven't seen The Hills Have Eyes, it's freaky and it takes place in
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah. That was definitely kind of a similar vibe, actually. But
So
not
in
with
New
the-
Mexico, we found some dams to fish
Mhm.
at, and I caught some walleye there.
Yeah. That was
and-
crazy. The walleye in New Mexico,
yeah,
in the desert.
in the desert. We were catching fish in the desert.
Yeah.
It was kind of difficult actually because we had to do like a big trek to actually get to the spot, climb up a massive mountain, and we got to the bottom of the dam, and this was all like around sunrise because in the desert it gets hot really fast.
Mm.
So we had to hike up early in the morning so that once the sun came out, we were able to start catching fish. Okay, Paul King, the 10% code is birthday, BIRTHDAY, and you get 10% off like your entire cart. If you wanted to put 5 fishing rods in the cart, you're going to get 10% off on each one of those rods, not just 10% off one product. This is to celebrate my birthday. 10% off for you guys. All the information is actually just in the description of this video. So if you guys want to check that out, we're also giving away free rigs. I bought a box full of these free rigs. Just hanging out here, giving away free stuff, talking to you guys about our trip.
The W&M siblings knew 10% code is birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nabil Khan says, hello from Singapore. That's awesome. So yeah, what are we talking about?
This guy's going to Okinawa in 1 week, inspired by us. Tips, please.
That's so cool. Arturo
Ooh.
Salazar. Okay, what are your tips?
Okay, in Okinawa, going out on a boat is really, really fun, but also just exploring the wade pools and just exploring the beaches with bring one of the travel rods. If you're traveling, get one of these travel rods. They're 5 pieces. This extends out to 7'6". This one goes out to 9'2". And look at how small this is. This is how we traveled the entire United States just with a few rods and our gear. And we were able to catch fish in every single state, not just 1 or 2. We caught a lot of fish in every state that we went to.
Because we flew to California with all of our gear,
Mhm.
right? And then after that, we were like, okay, we'll road trip back. But we still had like very compact, concise gear. And we were a little unprepared for that trip in some ways, I think. Like we were at one point trying to find worms. Right?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the desert, like 250 miles of desert on any side of us. And Brendan's like, I need worms to go fishing tomorrow. I'm like, where are we going to find worms in the desert? Like, there's nothing here. I think we eventually found a Walmart, and the Walmart had worms. We were like, oh, we're saved. But that was like finding worms in the desert.
Not only that, but
like,
a couple of my reels, I lost them.
oh, yeah.
Like they just, I put it on top of my car and I drove away without them, and they just fell on the ground. So I didn't have any more reels
Yeah.
for my 7'6" rod. So I had to find an academy in the middle of nowhere and then buy a new reel, and get it spooled up with some light line.
Mhm.
But it all ended up working really well. If you guys haven't done a cross country trip before, it's just so fun.
Would
Like,
you recommend to a friend?
I would recommend to everyone who's an American, a red-blooded American, should make some time to drive across America and see the beautiful America that we live in, because it's just so wonderful.
Yeah, I honestly
It's
have
not.
no idea.
It's
what
so
it looked
special
like.
that in this country we can just drive cross country and be safe,
Mhm.
whereas other places, third world countries, there it's not as feasible,
Mhm.
and it's much more difficult and more dangerous to do so. So since you live here and you're American, you should definitely explore and, be able to appreciate the beauty of the country that you live in.
I think it's worth a trip for international people too. Honestly, it's incredible to see the natural features of everything. Like I have lived here my whole life, and I did not know that America looked like this.
I didn't know that most of America is just beautiful land.
Hmm.
It's just empty, beautiful land. And a lot of it's just so undeveloped. We usually just travel city to city,
Mhm.
and these city to cities, I love cities as well, but it's so populated that sometimes it's just overwhelming. But when you're out in remote and you're out in like hundreds of miles of nothingness, it just feels so cool. Like it feels so fun, and like, oh, I want to go and do it again right now.
Jacob says Hawaii is in America. I highly recommend.
Hawaii. Okay, I'm putting that on
Let's
the
do
list.
that. I like that idea. I'll do a trip to Hawaii, no question. For Santa Barbara, California, would you recommend the 7 or 9 foot
Both.
Hay Skipper?
Both, because I used both of them a lot. I used my 11 foot, which is not released yet, but I used my 11 foot for the big leopard sharks and whatnot. But my 9 foot was like a steady one for catching the surf perch, the halibuts.
I feel like 9 foot is like pretty staple, but the inshore one, I really like the 7 foot one. Like I've been using that one a lot for like the speckled trout here, the flounder here, and then that's what you caught your halibut on, right?
Yeah. Well, what I like about this rod, actually, in particular, I'm going to take it out real quick, is I designed it so it has this big old handle right here. Can you hold this?
I can hold it.
See that handle right there? So when I'm jigging, I have my hand on here, and it's a really comfortable grip. Whereas a lot of inshore rods, it's only this big, so my hand is over top of it. It doesn't feel comfortable. It gives you room to adjust and jig it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is a 5-piece right here.
Now, one thing I think is worth noting is that the end piece of this 7 foot rod, like this part, from the reel to the butt is much shorter than the 9 foot, right?
Yeah.
Because I think the 9 foot is meant for like sitting in a sand tube.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's more of a hybrid.
Yeah.
So you can sit it or you can use it for lures and whatnot. They're both extremely lightweight. But look how long that handle
Right,
is
so
versus that.
this is the 7 foot.
This is the 9 foot.
Right.
Wait, yeah, this one,
yeah,
this
it's
one.
right.
Much longer.
Yeah. I think it depends on what kind of fishing you're doing. That's the long answer.
I think the 7'6" is easy to use everywhere, but you're going to have limitations on how far you can cast. But in California, light line is like king. Everyone does light line. No one does like really heavy duty stuff. Light line fishing is key, and using the 7'6" was really good for that.
Yeah. Vaughn keeps saying, come fish in South Africa. You will love it.
Where in South Africa?
Another one, Tamaron. Come fish in South Africa.
South Africa, huh?
South Africa.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'd go to South Africa.
So, to continue our story from earlier about our cross-country trip, this content is about to come out like in the next month. So I think you guys are kind of getting a little sneak preview. I feel like only our really close friends and our family
know
knows
that this is coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
we didn't tell many people about this.
Exactly.
We were going to save it for a surprise for you guys.
But we did the Grand Canyon. Then we went to New Mexico. We found a bunch of freshwater dams in New Mexico and we found some fish in the desert. And then we made our way into Texas, right? So we went to San Antonio for a couple days. San Antonio was nice. It was very cute.
I enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. And then after that,
we went to the hill country.
We went to the hill country because we were supposed to go to Galveston to go fishing, but the weather was kind of like had to delay a few days. So we ended up going into the hill country of Texas, which I've always heard about, never been. It was really nice. It was beautiful. And there was this stream, like a river. It was the Guadalupe River, right?
Guadalupe River.
And we ended up renting tubes, like these big inner tubes, and like strung a bunch of them together. And then you brought your fishing gear. We brought some White Claws.
We actually stayed at a fishing resort. It was a fishing resort. Right behind it, like your backyard of the fishing resort, is the Guadalupe River. And they released really big rainbow trouts there. And there's holdover rainbow trouts from the year before. And they also rent tubes and whatnot right next door. So we rented a couple of tubes and we drifted this river for like 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, it was a long drift.
And we met some subscribers that are already subscribed to us while we were on
As
the
we
river.
were floating, yeah.
And they just kept giving us tips like, oh, you gotta go get the worms. Go back and get the worms. So I jumped out of the tube and I ran back to the hotel and I grabbed the worms and then ended up having a great day of fishing right after that.
That was a really fun day. Just floating down the river, drinking a few drinks, catching fish, bass, and like little panfish and stuff. That was really fun.
We were trying to go for what's called a Guadalupe bass, and that's a special bass out of Texas.
El Salvador is just 6 to 8 hours from USA, and you can land to the airport and near the beach is 45 minutes, and you can fish in that place. Check out Bahia del Sol, Mike Hunting Supplies. That's a cool idea. I'm gonna write down Bahia.
Write that down.
So we did the hill country of Texas, and then after that we went to Houston, and then to Galveston and did a few days there, right?
Yep. And in Galveston, it was fantastic fishing. We went to a place called what was the beach? San Luis Pass, and I met up with my friend Tim, and he's a good friend of mine. We've been doing shark fishing for a couple of years now, and he wanted to take us out again. So thank God I had all my supplies and whatnot. And I had a car that could drive on the beach. So we drove out onto the beach and did a lot of fishing. And we did some night fishing at this place called Sea Wolf Park. And this place is absolutely packed shoulder to shoulder with mostly like older Vietnamese, Chinese people who are just all really quiet. And it was so fun to fish with them because it was so peaceful and everyone was so respectful. Whereas some places I go to piers and people are so territorial and they're so like rude. It's just not fun to fish with them. You know, you're making it not fun. Like, what's up with you? Some places in Florida are just like that. And we don't like to fish around people like that.
People, I think in general, and including us sometimes, get a little bit territorial when people start like getting in your space. You know what I mean? And some people are more aggressive about it and some people are cool about it. But like this place, everyone was super nice, super chill. No one was being like aggressive or mean. Everyone was super nice. I really liked that about that place.
Have you guys ever been to a fishing pier where you just don't like the people there because everyone's so rude or like aggressive or territorial or could just kind of make it seem like they don't want you there? Has anyone else experienced that as well?
Paul Gaines has been saying we got to go to the Bay Area and go fishing. He can
I know.
help us out.
That sounds awesome. We wanted to do that, and we have some friends out there. Die Hard Fishing is a friend of ours that we've been trying to do a collaboration with for a while now, but we just never got to San Francisco. We decided to go to San Diego instead. I think next time we'll go to San Francisco and we'll road trip home again from there. Yeah.
Well, I want to go up north. I want to do like Vancouver. Like
ooh, okay.
Pacific Northwest stuff we haven't done, you know. Let's go catch some salmon or something. Might as well go to Alaska at that point, right? Just go up there.
Yeah, just go everywhere.
Richie Perez, we are going to the Philippines, I think in March, right? That's our plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you guys are just tuning in, our big announcement is we're going on a world tour. We're going all over the world and we're going wherever you guys want us to go, starting with Costa Rica in a few weeks. And then we're going to the Philippines and island hopping for an entire month, essentially. I think we might go from the Philippines to Australia, or we might go from the Philippines to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is where my mom's side of the family is from, so we want to go back and visit there and see if we can make it a trip not only for fishing but for leisure as well.
Yeah.
But I want you guys to recommend me some more stuff, some more places to go to. Yeah, and if you guys are just tuning in and didn't hear, we're giving away a bunch of free rigs here. Just go on to my website. All the information is in the description of this video. But essentially, I'm giving these away for free. You pay shipping, but you can get one of these for free because it was my birthday a couple days ago. I want to give away as much as I can to people. I'm also doing 10% off everything you order on our site with code birthday. So you can get a couple of rods and you can get 10% off each one of the rods, not just one of them. But yeah, I wanted to just say thank you to you guys because on my actual birthday, everyone was reaching out to me on Instagram and saying happy birthday to me and just saying the nicest things. And it just really made me feel special this year.
You are special.
Thank you.
I think you're special.
I'm not that special. I'm just a dude who likes fishing.
Okay. Well, anything else to say?
Oddball question, but would you go ghost hunting?
Ghost hunting?
Yeah, I think
Like,
I would, but I think
spooky?
Aaron might be too scared to do that.
I'm a little bit, I don't know.
Aaron is really scared of ghosts. Oh, we are going to Palawan, Philippines. We're also going to Siargao. I think that's Siargao.
Mm-hmm.
We're thinking about Cebu. Yeah, where should we go in the Philippines for the best fishing? What do you guys think? Two best islands. What are the two best islands?
Yeah, and I think I want to open it up and ask if there are any questions that you guys have for Brendan or for us that we can answer right now. We're available to answer those, right?
Yeah, that's what we're here for. You guys have any questions? Now is a great time to ask us.
I
We're
keep
here
seeing
to just
France pop up.
France.
People are recommending that we go to France for fishing.
What's in France?
Can you guys tell us like what kind of fish? I did not know that. Is there coastline? There must. I gotta look.
There
it
is coastline. France is right on the water, isn't it? It's like surrounded by
I'm
water.
looking it up. I thought they were
In
bordered by
California,
sea.
we went to San Diego area, and
It's
like
so much coast in France.
it is all coast.
I don't
It's
know
like, oh,
anything about Europe.
There's water in
Look!
Italy. Yeah,
It's
a
like
massive
almost all
coastline.
coast.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Europe trip coming.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully next
France,
year.
Spain, Italy. Let's just hit all three of those. UK too. I see a lot of people here recommending UK fishing. You can go fishing with your Uncle Bill.
Yeah. Will you be making content on freshwater fishing like catfish or carp? We need your guidance. So with our cross-country trip, we did a lot of freshwater fishing because there's only freshwater fishing from Arizona all the way to Texas. So all we did was freshwater fishing from those states. And I think we filmed some videos on just freshwater fishing.
Oh yeah,
at the dams.
No catfish or carp, but it was a lot of bass and
There were
walleye.
a ton of carp. I just couldn't catch them.
I know.
They didn't want anything.
They're tricky.
We did this technique where we just like kept throwing breadcrumbs into the water, and you'd see the carp come up. So you throw them, and then you put a hook on a little breadcrumb, and you throw that out there, and then the carp should come up and eat that one. But it just didn't work out. California Delta. I think there's a striped bass in the California Delta.
Cebu, Boracay.
Boracay. Who said Boracay?
Palawan, then Manila. Richie Perez. That's like very close to the itinerary that we
hold
have.
on. I'm
I
gonna take a
think.
picture of that. Okay. Yeah, I'm writing down the places you want us to go to because we're currently planning a world tour trip right now. Next year, we're just going to be traveling as much as we can. You know, I love fishing in Florida, but to be honest, guys, catching the same fish over and over again, it's just, I need a little more excitement. I like to do new things and explore new things and push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone because it's the adventure to catching the fish that really excites me, and I crave that adventure to like go to a new place, just bring my travel rod, bring my gear, and test my skills and try and find some fish.
Yeah, and I feel like this road trip was a true test and a testament to your fishing skill, honestly, because you were just adapting so fast. I mean, you were going from California to the Grand Canyon to fishing these dams in New Mexico to being on a river in Texas to going to a saltwater pier, and you were able to catch fish at every place that we went. And I think
that's why getting good at
for
fishing
that.
and practicing fishing, it's like a good hobby to have because not only can you do it anywhere, but you can bring home fish for your family to eat. I mean,
True.
Come on, that's like the biggest incentive right there, is that there's something you get out of it. You have this fish and you can eat it and you can share it with people. Whereas like imagine like I was into like playing like basketball or something. It's like, what is that gonna bring you? Like, you don't want a trophy. You want some fish. My girl
Give me
wants
the
fish to
fish.
eat. She needs to eat. Right. So that's like a good hobby. If you're trying to get into a new hobby and you have a partner that's like seafood, perfect in right there. Just
Mhm.
tell them, hey, I'm gonna go catch some dinner.
And you should come with me.
Yeah. It's a really fun thing to do together.
No, it was also like a good, I think, mission for the road trip. You know what I mean? It wasn't just kind of like we're leisurely driving. It was like, no, we have this mission to catch a fish in every state. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was a good object. You know what I mean? Like, it was
Like a good goal.
Yes.
Because every state that we stopped at,
Objective.
it's like, okay, well, I can go there and look at it, or I can go there with my rod. And if I go with my rod, I can catch some fish. And that's like just so satisfying.
And like, instead of looking at it, you're interacting with it, right?
Hold on, Derek just gave us $5. Wow.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you so
very
much.
nice. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. What are your thoughts on fishing the Cali Bay with my walker? I'm trying so hard.
Ooh. Okay.
It must be tough to find spots that are handicap accessible, but there are definitely spots that are handicap accessible. I say find places like piers.
Piers are a good start.
Piers are a really good start, and there's always fish around piers.
Mhm.
Almost always fish near piers, and piers usually have handicap sections where they'll allow you to have priority on that spot. Some places with lower rails that you can actually fish. So if you're fishing in the Cali Bay area, I say start looking around the piers, some public docks and stuff like that. Just don't fall in the water when you're on a dock. But I say start around piers.
Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion.
It might be a little difficult to actually get on the surf itself, but the pier is on the surf. You're just out on the actual water. So I think pier is even better. The reason why we don't do that much pier fishing is sometimes we go pier fishing and people are nasty on the pier. It's not like relaxing.
Well,
and
it's
like,
also different for us because a lot of time we're trying to film, right? And so
even if you're not trying to film, sometimes people are just nasty, especially if you don't know what you're doing and you're just casting it out. And then like people are just like giving you dirty looks or like trying to tell you to go fish over there. It's like everyone has equal right to be here. This is a public place. Everyone paid $5 to get onto this pier. So I'm going to fish wherever I want to fish. But I also understand that, it's not that fun to feel that in the back of your heart and the back of your mind where you're feeling a little bit like anxious or like unwanted. Like fishing is supposed to be about relaxing and like chilling and having a good time. And I don't ever really want to forget that. And like as you get better at fishing, it's like you kind of forget what it's like to catch your first fish. And you start getting more and more stressed out that, oh, my fish aren't big enough. I always want to try and remind myself that any fish is fun. It's I don't want to lose that wonder of catching, a fish.
Yeah, that's a good way
And
to put
when
it.
we were traveling around, people were really interested in us filming, and people who have never really caught fish before. And I was catching lots of fish. I would just hand my rod to them. I would just give my rod to them and be like, here, I need help catching bait. Just use this rod, catch me some bait. And I showed them how to do it. And it was actually a really awesome experience to see people who have never caught fish to catch fish right in front of me. And it's because I helped them and showed them how to do it. And I know I do that a lot online with people who have never caught fish. But I'm not face to face with you. So it's kind of hard to actually see and feel the impact. But when I'm with someone in real life, IRL, and I get them on a fish, there's just nothing like that. It reminds me of like why I like fishing.
Yeah. Oh, I want to point out Paul Gaines has a good suggestion, I think. He said Emeryville Pier is good for handy-capable. Antioch Pier. It's a long push 2nd Street Pier. Ellis Lake and Concord. So those are good suggestions because Brendan and I are not familiar with the Bay Area in California. We actually went down to San Diego.
Yeah.
That is a trip that we do want to do, but I think that those are some good suggestions, maybe places that you can write down.
So Derek, if you're looking for places, I'm not sure that's the same area, but Paul Gaines just recommended some pretty good spots. Maybe you screenshot what he said, and that can help you out a little bit. Does anyone else have any questions or any last thoughts? I'm about to log out here. I got some business to take care of.
I like this story from Crash. He says, I live here in Texas. It's Redfish Run right now. I can't count the times I've hooked up to a big red drum or black drum. I've handed my rod off to people. And then he said, and now I'm friends with some, and it's the biggest fish of their lives. It's so satisfying seeing their face.
I love that.
I feel like sometimes that's even more fun. Like you get that like secondhand excitement and joy. You know what I mean? That's awesome that you do that. Thanks for sharing your story.
Tony Camacho, is your 11-foot rod a heavy or medium heavy? It's a medium heavy. I experimented with it being a heavy, and honestly, it's I don't like heavy rods that much, and this is my own personal preference because how often is it that you're catching such a large fish that you actually need a heavy rod? I like to catch quantity amount of fish more so than quality. So with a medium heavy, it's just more fun to fight the fish, and I can land massive fish using a medium heavy as well. I think a heavy 11-foot rod is a very specialized rod that I just don't think is for everyone, especially really not for me. So all of our products are products that we use on our show that we constantly use over and over again. Nothing super specialized, more so just like stuff you can just take out and it can be reliable and you can catch tons of fish.
Yeah. So before we get out of here, I want to remind you guys that these rigs, they're catch-all rigs. That means they're basically a high-low, right? So they have a swivel on the top, 2 hooks with floats, and then a snap swivel on the bottom for you to put your sinker on. These right now are free, $0 on our website. You just have to pay for shipping. Brendan hand designed these. All the components are chosen by him. He uses it all the time.
It's just so easy. I don't have to tie anything up. I just go there and just put this on, and then I just start catching fish pretty much immediately. Right. And if I don't start catching fish, I move, and then I start catching fish. Right. So it's a really simple rig here, and this worked for me all over the United States, all over the world. See?
Little dropper loop.
Tied with the hooks that I love. They're like the perfect size, and the beads are the perfect size. And I made it with a line that's heavy enough, 20-pound line, to actually catch some pretty big fish, but not so heavy that you can't catch smaller fish. That's why I call this the catch-all rig, catch all sorts of fish. And yeah, like Aaron said, we're giving this away absolutely for free. All you really need to do is just pay the shipping it takes to get to you. And we're also running a 10% off our entire website deal right now. Just use the code birthday, since it was my birthday a couple days ago. Yeah, now's a great time to just stock up on fishing rods and travel gear. And I want to encourage you guys to make the same trip. Just go do a cross-country trip. If you can't do a cross-country trip, which I understand not everyone can do that. We were so lucky and fortunate to be able to do that. But if you have time to plan a trip where you go to a new place and just try and catch fish, bring some of these travel rods, bring some of these rigs, and it's going to make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I think it's time for us to go, but it was really nice talking to you guys. And we're looking forward to publishing our new content.
Yep.
It's going to be from this point on. I think California is almost over.
We have 2 more California episodes, which I'm very excited about. I really love these episodes that are coming out. I'm very proud of them. I think they're really fun. So 2 more California episodes, and then we're hitting the road. So hope you guys enjoy it. Let us know what you think of the episodes, and thank you guys for hanging out with us. It was so fun to talk to you.
Stay classy.
Stay classy.
Thanks, Connor and Anna. Portugal's perfect for us. When are you guys coming back to California? I thought about hoop netting spiny lobsters. Absolutely. That sounds great.
And yes, just write birthday in the coupon box.
Yes. When you check out, type in birthday in the coupon box. It should take off 10% everything that you put in your cart. This is a massive sale. One. So yeah, it's to celebrate my birthday, guys. Thank you guys.
Love ya. Appreciate ya. Have a great weekend. Go catch some fish.
I don't want to leave though. Okay, bye.
Oh, have fun.